Okay. Yay. Hello, Ashley Romero. Hello. Hi, everyone. How's it going? Can we see the fit? I just have on this top from Urban Outfitters, and then these are just random boy shorts from Brandy. So, no. Because I start off the day wearing like a cute fit, and then whenever I get home, I don't want to wear my jeans. So I just change into like any random pair of shorts. So usually there's some type of Spanx or like sleep shorts, and by that I mean like short shorts. So I don't feel comfortable like posting in that or being on live with the whole booty cheeks out. Hi, Liberty. Thank you guys. Happy birthday, Jamie. You like the hair? Thank you. I was dancing, and so it got kind of messed up, but yeah. I feel like I need to wash it. Okay, literally, this is like the 10th live in a row someone says I look like Felix from Stray Kids, and I still don't know who it is. I need to look it up like really bad. If you want to know my age, you can go to Famous Birthdays and see it. Sorry guys. I was struggling to read something correctly. You love the hair color? Thank you. Sorry guys, it made me start examining the color. I was like, what is the hair color? What is it like? What's the tones? Do I listen to Gracie Abrams? I have listened to a bit of her music, but I'm not like a super avid listener of her music. I was born in Louisiana, but I'm raised in Texas. Thank you guys. Sorry guys, random little dance break. Yes, I do modeling. Do I have OCD? No. Why do I do modeling? I love modeling. I've wanted to be a model since I was younger, and ever since I started modeling, I've loved it. It's the most fun, most exhilarating experience to just like be walking on a stage or even just be in the room getting a photo shoot done. Like, it's so fun. I love modeling with all my heart, bro. No, this isn't real blonde. I'm a natural brunette. If you see my eyebrows, that's my natural hair color, so it's definitely brown, and my hair is blonde, if you can see the difference. But it's a pretty light brown, I would say. My day's been pretty good. I have a piece of hair in my face, though. When do I go back to school? I've already gone back to school, unfortunately. I am still in my room. I'm just facing this wall. We got the house speakers and then the light switch. That's all we got. Well, are you homeschooled? Yes, I do homeschool. I've done homeschool. I started homeschool sophomore year of high school. So for a while I've done homeschool. Um, a lot of people ask if I prefer homeschool or in-person school, but I feel like it really depends on the year. Like, I'm happy I did in-person school as long as I did, especially because I feel like 8th grade and under, you should be in in-person school. I feel like it's very, very necessary as just like developing, like, I feel like it develops your social skills, like, just a lot, because you have to interact with people, you have to interact with teachers. I feel like it makes a big difference. And also, no kid that young is gonna be able to hold themselves accountable for homeschool. The parent's gonna have to be like standing over them every second. I just feel like 8th grade and under should definitely be in person. But after high school, I think for me and what I do, online school suits me a lot better. But it depends for each person, because there's multiple other reasons to go online too. But for my reasons, I think it makes a lot more sense. You want to go homeschool, but sadly you can't. Yeah, a lot of parents aren't big on the idea of homeschool. It is different for each parent on why they're not as big on homeschool. But I know a lot of people worry about like how much, not credit, but like not credit as in like how much credits you're getting. Like, oh, I'm graduating with like 28 credits, but more like the credits as in like how legit is it? Like, am I gonna be able to get into a college with this certificate? Like, I think parents are scared that their kid's just gonna get like a GED and it's not gonna be a real education. But there are definitely so many online school programs that get you like a real credited diploma that will get you into colleges. I know mine. There's like a college near my area, and they have an online high school, and it literally matches the same like basically the same rules that every school in Texas has to have. They also have to follow, because it is public. It's not a private school, it's a public online school, so it follows all the same stuff. It's the same as if I got my certificate from in-person school. It's literally the exact same. So I know that is like one thing my parents were super big on. Thank you guys. Favorite color is green and white. Thank you guys. Favorite person is my boyfriend or one of my family members. It's hard to choose when it comes to my family members, because I love my family a lot. So one of my family members or my boyfriend, or all of them. Thank you guys. How tall? I'm 5'6". Hello, Ashley. Shout out. Do I have a pet? I have 2 dogs. I have a Newfoundland and Poodle mix, and she's a girl. And then I have a male dog, and he is a Saint Bernard and Poodle mix. I'm not 12. No, that is not my age. Team Conrad or Jeremiah? Conrad. End of story. I hate not being able to speak freely because I don't want to spoil it for some people, but after Jeremiah and his whole situation this season, especially what he did twice at the beginning of the season, like, no. I don't trust anyone that's still Team Jeremiah that has watched the new season. I feel like you can only be Team Conrad. Like, Team Jeremiah is actually diabolical. You must. I mean, like, it is insane if you are not Team Conrad now. Like, I feel like you have to be Team Conrad by default. Hi, Aisha. I am not 12, guys. If you go to famous birthdays, you can look up Alyssa Joy and you'll see my age. Okay? Team Jelly. Have you watched the new season? Have you watched the new season? If you've watched the new season and then you come on my page with this blasphemous statement, please escort yourself out. Because that's wild. That is absurd. Bizarre. Uncalled for. Why would you do that? Why would you even be repping that team? That's not okay. That's not okay, guys. Also, that's a joke. I don't care that much, but like, it's kind of a big deal. But I don't care that much. But like, I do care, but I don't care that much. Are you wearing contacts? I have prescription contacts in, but they're clear. I am partially blind, so I have to wear prescription contacts, or literally my phone screen would be blurry right now, and it's an arm's length away, but my phone screen would be blurry. I wouldn't be able to read the comments if I didn't have my contacts in. So I do have to wear my contacts, but they're clear. They're just clear prescription. Well, haven't watched the new season, but Conrad is such a dumb in season 1 and 2. I agree. If you didn't hear my whole spiel earlier, I was so against Team Conrad. He was just like a bump on a log. So annoying. He just wasn't it. He wasn't it. I was not here for the ship. But after watching the new season, you kind of have to default to Conrad because there's no better option. You will hate Jeremiah after the next season. After like the next episode, like the first episode, you will hate him. Wait, someone said... Okay, someone said, hi again, need advice. I'm a freshman this year and got friends that have big egos and stuff and started to cause drama, but I don't want to be rude and just ditch them out of nowhere. Or just ditch them out of the blue. What should I do? Okay, definitely, like you said, do not ditch them out of the blue. That will cause a lot of drama. I don't know specifically if there has been any grievances. I don't know what you'd say. I don't know if there's been any certain things they've done to you specifically, or if it's just their personality and who they are as a person that is why you're not compatible with them. But if they've done something specific, I would say bring it up to them, because if they made you feel a certain way, or if they just flat out did something rude, they should know. They should know that they did that. They should know that's how they made you feel. And a lot of times they'll say sorry, especially if you have just the audacity to come up to them, and not audacity in a bad way, but the audacity to know that you shouldn't be treated a certain way. They will like crawl back into the shell and be like, oh, I'm sorry. So confront them if there's a certain thing they did, but if it's just their personality that you can't seem to get along with and you just don't like who they become or don't think it reflects good on who you would want to be friends with, I would say slowly stop hanging out with them as much. Don't be rude, be polite whenever you see them. You don't have to be like extra nice and be like, oh, you're so sweet, like you're so pretty, we should hang out more. Like, don't sugarcoat it. Just be polite when they pass by, be polite, but you don't have to reach out to them. Don't necessarily try to exclude them either. Just distance yourself. Don't talk to them as much. Be more polite, not as like fawning over them. I don't know how to explain this, but just don't give them as much time. Just distance yourself and give yourself a little bit of freedom from them, and then slowly you'll just fall apart and distance. So, yeah. But I would say the best thing to do is first to confront them. Hey, my friends talk behind my back, and I don't want to say that I don't want to be friends with her because because she'll spread more drama about me. What should I do? Okay. Also, sorry, I had the hardest time reading that. Okay, so friends talk behind your back, and you don't want to say that you can't be friends with her anymore because she'll start making rumors and spilling drama. 1, get tea on her. I don't want you to actually use said tea. I don't want you to have to. But have some sort of not blackmail, but just have some sort of backup on your side to be like, hey, we both know things about each other. Let's just not say it. Always keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. And then beyond that, confront her. I don't know if you've already tried to confront her. I don't care if you have to invite her to your house or go over to her house and be like, hey, we need to have a conversation now. And just flat out talk, tell her everything she's done, tell her how she makes you feel, why she makes you feel this way, why you feel like this is so disrespectful, why it's not okay. A lot of times they're unaware of how they make you feel because they're so caught up in how they feel themselves, and they might be super insecure, or they might have feelings that you don't know, and they might be thinking that your thought process is something completely different. So stories can get kind of jumbled up based on the person's perspective and their bias. So I would talk to them first, explain how you feel about things, explain how you meant things to come across, because that's always super important. And then, like you said, don't distance out of the blue. Just start slowly hanging out less, and be prepared if she starts spreading a rumor that you have something prepared. But I wouldn't like to resort to spreading more rumors because that's bad. But use it kind of as a threat if she threatens it, you know? But I definitely believe in people get what they deserve. I feel like if someone is just being super rude and they're being that way for no reason, you haven't done anything wrong, and they just spread rumors, I feel like justice will be served, and they're probably hating on you because you are a very vibrant, radiant person. Fit check is just this random top from Urban, and then literally my Brandy boy shorts. So I can't really do a full fit check because my booty cheeks will be out. I'm not from Canada. I love Canada. Canada is literally one of the most gorgeous places I've been to. I don't know how someone couldn't love Canada, but I love Canada. So. Do I believe in God? Yes, I am Catholic. I don't know why I always do that face. I couldn't tell you. I know it kills my mom inside when I do that face. She's like, Alyssa, stop. I'm not 23. I always think it's funny when people just put random ages in the comments, like saying I'm 12 or 23, or even like 32. I'm like, guys, y'all don't know. Let's not talk if we don't know. Okay, sorry guys. I'm making this face because someone said my best friend likes her friend's boyfriend, and she couldn't stop talking about how much she liked said girl's boyfriend, and whenever you told her that he's taken, she said that's never stopped her before. One, that's an awful human being. Like, not to be rude, but like, I cannot stand people like that. Like, that's like the lowest of the low. I don't ever understand people like that. That's blatantly wrong. And I don't mean to like be like a moral like police, like the moral police, and be like, you're a terrible person. But like, I don't know, I would just tell her straight up that is so wrong. Like, I don't think I could like actually be like proud and to be a friend of someone that believed that. Like, I would, like, if I'm close enough to them, I would flat out tell them how I felt about that. Like, I don't think that's something that's like easily forgivable. Like, if my friend said that, I would be so disappointed in them, and I would actually like have a talk with them. Like, I would actually be like, hey, that's not okay. Like, what's wrong with you? Because that's never okay to me. That's like one of the most bonkers thing to say. Oh my gosh, no. I could not imagine. So I would, if you're close enough to her, I would tell her straight up. Don't be rude, but just tell her straight up that that's not okay. Like, by any means, like, that's awful. And that, one, you wouldn't want to be associated with a person that is feeling that, like, that just displays himself like that and believes in something like that, because that's like genuinely terrible. And it's, to me, it's like, if you would do that to your best friend's like boyfriend, then why are you saying that you wouldn't do that to my boyfriend? Like, that's someone that you don't want to associate yourself with. And then if she doesn't take it back, I would actually go tell the girl who's dating the guy and tell her straight up, because she deserves to know too that she should be watching out for the girls that are lurking. But if she doesn't respond well to chat, just say that you don't want to be friends anymore, because that's something I can't deal with. How tall am I? I'm 5'6". You're starting 8th grade. Do I have any tips or studying or something? Okay, so tips-wise for 8th grade, I feel like 8th grade's still a pretty fun year. Academically, it's not too hard. I would say if you want to start learning how to study, that's always great. In high school, the capacity, like the amount of work that you're going to have to do, one, it's at a high level, and two, especially if you take higher level classes, like AP classes, honors classes, any type of class is going to be a higher standard and just a much bigger workload. So learning how to study now will do nothing but benefit you in the future, for sure. And then also, 8th grade, around that time, I'd say people can get a little judgmental, they can get a little cliquey. So I would say try to make sure that you have your people and you find your people before you go into high school, because high school is kind of rough for some people. And I would say make sure you have your support system and your real friends before you get in there, because it's not fun to be going through fake friends and high school at the same time. And usually you are. So try to figure those two things out and you're golden. Yeah, because fake friends just take so much toll on like who you like. I feel like you can't even be authentically who you'd want to be, because you're so focused on so many other things, and it's like you can't even be yourself without worrying that someone's gonna be talking behind your back or worrying that someone's gonna twist what you're like, just knowing that no one's there for you either. Like, I think that's so awful. I would not wish that on anyone, and so I'd say if there's one thing that you can prepare that, because high school's already not the funnest time. If you want to know my age, that is perfectly fine. You can go to Famous Birthdays and go look up Alyssa Joy and boost me while you're at it. Wait, guys, I'm sorry, I'm trying to read this. You've got a girlfriend today. Ooh, good job. Do you have any advice on how to treat them when they're sad or mad? I feel like it really depends on who you're dating. I know everyone deals with conflict or anything differently. So I would say first thing you try to do is try to figure out how your girlfriend works, like how her brain works, how she gets through things like that. Like, does she distance herself? Does she like to not be talked to? Does she like whenever you overload her with love? Like, I feel like finding out your girlfriend's type and seeing how she deals with problems and conflicts will help you much better in deciding how you go forward with that. And then also just like treating her, like getting her extra candies, getting her flowers. Little acts go much further than you think. Like, getting a girl flowers is so much more like loving and thoughtful than you would think it is, but it just lets us know that you're thinking about us. Like, whenever you're just going around, if you get us flowers and you show up, just even spontaneous flowers, like I feel like even that, it just like makes girls feel like fluttery, like, oh, they're thinking about me, you know? I feel like just because gifts, and they don't even have to be expensive, but just like even like a handwritten note, like just because gifts are very underrated.